Today's recipe is this colorful moi moi I made using lentils. Now, lentils are a major source of plant-based protein and are also packed loaded with fiber, iron, zinc, and magnesium. I particularly love to use lentils to make akara and moi moi because there is no stressful peeling of anything involved. You guys know what I'm talking about, beans, right? Plus, lentils contain way more protein and lesser carbs than beans. I'm using red split lentils because I love the color and taste it gives my moi moi. For this lentil moi moi recipe, you'll be needing some lentils. I'm using red split lentils like I said. You'd also be needing some moi moi leaves. You can use ramekin dishes or moi moi bowls if that's what you have. You'd also need some chili bell peppers, also known as tatashe. You need some onions, oil, seasoning cubes, ground crayfish, paprika powder, salt, and garlic paste. Start by soaking the lentils for about 10 to 15 minutes to soften it up. If you're using the brown lentils, you would have to soak this for longer, about 2 to 3 hours or even more. But I highly recommend that you use the red split lentils for your moi moi and akara because they give the perfect color. Afterwards, rinse out the water and wash the lentils thoroughly till the water runs clear. In a blender, add the lentils, egg, tatashe and onions, garlic paste, paprika powder, seasoning cube, and salt. I also added some fresh peppers, the ground crayfish, vegetable oil, and some water to make the blending process a whole lot easier. Cover the blender and blitz on medium speed till the contents of the blender is very well pureed. Afterwards, transfer the lentil puree into a bowl. But we're not done blending just quite yet. I always like to perform a double blending method to inculcate lots of air into my batter. Now this will help make the moi moi very fluffy and soft. So add the lentil puree back into the blender, but this time in smaller portions. Blend each portion for about 30 to 45 seconds. If you notice that it's too thick for you, you can add some more water to loosen it up slightly. Now, after blending, pour the first portion into another bowl. You can see how smooth it is now, right? Continue blending till you have exhausted the puree. Now, this is exactly how smooth you want it to be. It's time to assemble the moi moi. Place some water in a pot on medium heat and add the leaf stalks to the bottom to create a base for the moi moi wraps to sit on. To fold the leaves, place one leaf over another, break the stalk at the center of each of the leaves, then roll from the bottom from one end to the other. So put your hand at the bottom and roll from one end to the other. Then gently fold up the bottom. Now this will prevent the batter from spilling out of the leaves. At this time, you should get a perfect cone. Now grab some of the lentil batter and transfer to the leaves. Be careful not to overfill things so that you will be able to close up the leaves. To close up the moi moi wrap, place your finger at the center of the wrap and then push it in, followed by the two sides of the leaves, and then finally bend it over backwards to seal off the wrap. I hope that makes sense. Transfer to the pot and continue with the rest until you have exhausted all of your moi moi batter. When it's all done, place some leaves on top of the moi moi wraps to help trap the steam inside the pot. Then cover the pot and leave to cook for 30 to 35 minutes or until the moi moi is perfectly set. After cooking, open up the pot and allow to cool down completely for about 10 to 20 minutes. This will also help the moi moi set perfectly without breaking when you finally unwrap it. It should be firm to the touch when it is perfectly cooked. Afterwards, unwrap and serve this meal of deliciousness. It is best enjoyed with some gari and sugar. That's my favorite way of enjoying it. But you can also enjoy it with some custard or pap or with any sauce of your choice, and with some ripe plantains as well. Whatever you do, just have a few time enjoying this protein-packed lunch recipe.